They are vehicles with serious mechanical issues, cars that have been recalled, yet a Denver 7 investigation has found many of them are part of the state of Colorado fleet and have never been fixed.
Denver 7 investigator John Ferrugia is here. And John, you have found hundreds of these cars being driven every day by state employees. Pretty scary.
It certainly is, Eric. Some of these recalls have been linked to crashes, to injuries, and to deaths nationally. Now, we found in federal records that some vehicles recalled more than 10 years ago still haven't been fixed. And we talked to one Denver woman who knows firsthand what state employees could be facing.
My car just stopped responding. I remember staring directly into a semi-truck coming at me and being unable to do anything about it.
At the time, Hallie Van Straten had no idea what happened.
And I got hit by a semi-truck going 60 miles an hour.
The crash on New Year's Eve 2013 left Hallie with a head injury and lingering effects from whiplash requiring surgery. The Denver police report simply says she lost control of her Chevrolet Cobalt. Officers wrote her a ticket for careless driving. Then, a few months later, she heard the news about a big recall.
In the last 90 minutes, we've learned General Motors is recalling another 800,000 vehicles due to ignition problems.
I burst into tears at my desk. Every single thing that happened in my accident finally made sense.
Hallie Van Straten, who is not a state employee, is one of hundreds of people battling GM in court over faulty ignition switches linked to deaths. GM recalled millions of vehicles last year. Now, the Denver 7 investigators have uncovered ignition recalls and others in many cars in the state of Colorado's fleet.
You've got hundreds of vehicles being driven right now by state employees that have serious recalls on them.
Right.
And some people would say you're putting those people at risk.
It's not unique to our fleet. This is an industry problem.
State Fleet Manager Scott Edwards didn't want to talk about the problem specific to his vehicles, and no wonder. We spot-checked the state's fleet and found more than 300 cars with incomplete recalls across nearly every department. The Jeep Liberty, at risk of catching fire in a rear-end collision, driven by state consumer protection employees and others. Dodge Ram trucks with the so-called death wobble steering complaints, driven by state parks employees. Dodge Chargers recalled this year for the exploding airbag issue, driven by CSP troopers.
You have to consider the enormity. We're talking about 700 recalls that affect 60 million vehicles in the past roughly 18 months.
Edwards claims the state is getting the recalls done as fast as it can, and he points to the airbag problem where there are often delays in getting parts at the dealerships.
You have to schedule, you have to pace, you have to look at your job duties, and that's what we're doing.
While that is true for the airbag issue, we called dealers and found out that many recalls could be fixed within a couple of days. And our investigation found more than 58 recalls on state fleet cars issued before 2013 that still haven't been completed. Like this 15-passenger van we found parked at Red Rocks Community College. It was recalled 10 years ago after some vehicles had engine fires. Letters that Ford sent to owners say, quote, a fire could occur at any time, even if the key is not in the ignition.
These recalls, some of them are years old.
I understand that. I think that we all take recalls very seriously from the standpoint of getting the repairs made in a timely manner.
But you're not getting them made in a timely manner. That's the point.
Given what happened to you, is the state of Colorado, in your view, putting people at risk?
100%. They're playing roulette with their lives.
The state's fleet manager says he's going to look into ways to speed up the recall repair process to improve state employee safety.
I think they need to be assured that the vehicle's fixed. And that's the part that we need to continue to work on, is how we track and monitor that.
Now, that's not the only change the state said it will make as a result of our investigation. We also uncovered the sale of at least 65 retired fleet cars this year by the state on eBay auctions that had incomplete recalls. Now, our investigation found the state did nothing to inform the new owners about those recalls. But after we started asking questions, well, the state agreed to start notifying potential buyers about those potentially deadly issues. I'm Denver 7 investigator John Ferrugia.